Hi guys, and welcome to week 2 of the 12 weeks of Christmas challenge. And this week we're going to be looking at planning. Now planning is all about everything that's going to be doing during the holidays. Now whether you are just attending events or if you are actually arranging events yourself, the more time you give yourself to plan those things, the better off you are going to be, and the less stressed, the less money you're going to have to pay out, and all of the things that make life easier for you so that you can actually enjoy the season rather than feel like you are surviving it. The other part of getting everything planned for is so that if you go down because this is sickness season, can you hear it? You can actually give instructions to other people to fill in for those gaps that you can't actually do. Or you've already done it, so you don't need to worry about it. So when the day comes, you'll be better and you'll be able to knock it out of the park, and people will just sit there and go, what? What? How did you do that? You were so... Because I was organised. I planned for it. Those of us who have kids or off to work and stuff like that always know that September is sick season. September is always going to get you because everyone's going from the germs that they know at home to the germs outside and everybody else's germs. And that's when it happens, and we're in a melting pot of the sniffles, the snuffles, and all of that stuff, and our immune system becoming used to being around those people again. And that's okay. But if it happens in the middle or closer to the day, we're going to need help. And planning for those events so that you are ready means that you can get help where you need it and ask people to help you where it's needed most. Making sure that we are planned for events also means that we are not racing around last minute wondering where this is, where that is, why haven't I got this, great Aunt Sally's what's it has gone missing, all of the things, right? Okay, you know where your crockery is, you know what food you're serving, you know what you need, you know what ingredients you need, you've given yourself plenty of time. You're not running last second to go and pick up the double cream you forgot, right? And having to fight through a sea of people who weren't organised. Because let's be honest, Christmas Eve in the supermarkets is one of the worst places on earth. The worst. It's the worst. And we don't want that. We do not want that at all. We don't want to be anywhere near those places on that day. At all. No. Absolutely not. And that's why we're planning. We're getting planned. We're getting organised. And we're getting it all sorted right now. So we know what we need to get, when we need to get it, and how we're going to organise it and get it done. So this week we're going to sort everything out into 7 different areas that we're going to look at planning. Now the first one we're going to look at is the events that you go to. Okay, so the ones that you go to, we're going to look at those first. Then we want you to look at the events that you are going to host. All right, next, menu planning. Really important. You need to know what you're going to be cooking on that day, or that you need to prepare for ahead of time. Gift planning. Plan your gifts. I know that some of you have been planning since the January sales. Fine, cool. If you got it all done, awesome. But I bet you forgot someone. I bet you see something along the way that you go, oh, so-and-so would really like that. Or I haven't done this, I haven't done that. And did you do your gift checking during your stock check? Did you do it during your stock take? Check what gifts you already have. Did you? Did you? Because I don't think you all did. I don't think you did. Because I was too sick and I didn't do all the videos. But gift planning, really important. Decoration planning. It's all very well having 8 boxes of decorations, plus maybe a few more. But you can't put them all out. And organising different rooms or outside or whatever you want to do is what you plan. You need to organise what you're going to be doing. You need to organise what you're going to be using, and if you have exactly what you need for that. If you don't have what you need for that, those are the things you need to shop for. Not more of the same. Okay? It's going to save you money. Maybe this year you don't have money for decorations. If that's the case, you need to organise what you're going to do to make them, if you want to make them. Maybe get the kids involved. Maybe buy a ream of paper and start doing a snowflaked heaven. Because, you know, it can look just as awesome, just with plain white paper. You know? But that's all to do with decorating. You got your cleaning planning. Now, it's 2 times of the year that we all want to do a deep clean on the house. And number 1 is in spring and number 2 is just before Christmas. Why? Because no one wants to see that toilet. Not the way it is during the year. Come on. Come on. It's going to take several days and the bathroom needs a deep clean. You know it does, and so does the kitchen. The oven needs to be cleaned as well. And I know your stove looks as awful as mine does, because it bloody well does. I cooked so much over the last month that I haven't had time or the energy to clean my stovetop. It is filthy and it needs doing. I'm not going to lie. It absolutely needs doing. But, you know, you got to have the energy to do it. And sometimes you got to plan for these things. So, you know, let's look at the deep cleaning. Maybe we're getting rid of broken things. Maybe as we do the deep clean, we see stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore, needs to be replaced. Or doesn't need to be replaced. You know? Things we haven't found for a while, like Great Aunt Sally's gravy boat somewhere underneath the kids' bed for whatever reason. We're not going to ask questions. We're just going to take it back and give it a really good clean. Because we don't know what they've been using it for. And we ain't going to ask those questions. And the last one we're going to look at is shopping planning. You need to organise and plan your shopping trips. The things you can buy online versus the things you can go out and buy. Now, if you want to do all your Christmas grocery shopping online, go you ahead, totally up to you. Whatever works for you, right? But there are certain things that I prefer to do in person, and that includes the veg and fruit and the meat shop. There we go. That's our overview for the next week. If you are behind with your stock take, now is the time to pick up on those things. And I will talk about that in another video coming up today. Have an awesome start to your week. Have fun planning. And I will pop out a very quick video about things every single day. Alright, to give you your ideas and keep you going. Love you heaps. Good luck with the planning.